We're going to start in Dublin, Nick.
Yes.
There's a very well-known statue of Molly Malone in Dublin.
It's like Dudley.
It is
Dublin. It's a lovely statue.
It's a lovely statue of Molly Malone, but it feels like the Dublin City Council are trialling a pilot scheme in order to protect her and her modesty.
And there we have her. Now, it's never actually known whether Molly Malone is a mythical figure or actually existed. And this is the statue. Now, what you can't quite see in that picture is that the woman's embonpoint, or cleavage, shall we say, is getting slightly rubbed down because people are going up and touching it.
Well, there you go. You can see on that still there.
Here we go.
You can see over there.
Oh, no, that's perfect. Brilliant. Well done, team. So that is what is happening. So it is disfiguring the statue. Now, I need to say it is believed, much as kissing the Blarney Stone, that other Irish custom, or drinking your body weight in Guinness, these Irish customs, it is believed it brings you good luck to do it. So it's not just, whoa, I want to grow. But obviously it's affecting the statue. It's not a good look. So as you rightly say, Ben, Dublin City Council will now have stewards to police the activity around that statue. And they'll see where it goes. There have been complaints.
Actually, it was Tilly Cripwell, the 23-year-old modern language student from Trinity College Dublin, who started the Leave Molly Alone.
Friend of Alice Beer, by the way.
Friend of Alice Beer's daughter.
That's right.
Within the overarching and ongoing fight for women's rights.
Yeah, look, I think we can't even just be appreciated and respected even when we're made of metal. You know, we were talking earlier about... You're looking at me like I'm doing a reach, but let me say what I'm going to say, and then you can say your thing. So just wait. We were talking earlier about sexist attitudes and, you know, do we need to get male teachers involved? But I think this shows attitudes towards women, and I think it's a really sad reflection.
It's not just men that are doing it.
Women do it too, actually.
But this is my thing. In Dublin, I think there are 7 female statues out of about 200. Which is 3.5%. Around the world, in the UK, there's 20% of female statues. Often, they're not even historical figures. They're mythical allegories, goddesses. And when they do exist, they are objectified. So what does that tell us about our attitudes towards women? That they are groped so many times that the bronze on their chest is worn off. It also happens in Verona with the statue of Juliet.
But what would you say to women who do it for good luck?
I know, but we're looking at, like, it doesn't matter whether it's women and men. It matters about the objectification of a female body.
So women are objectifying another woman?
Yeah, sometimes, but because it's like a patriarchal, sexist attitude towards the female body. The hypersexualisation of the female body is enforced by both women and men. Yeah, but who decided that? Why is touching a woman's breast? Why is touching a woman's breast good look? And look, if we existed in a fully equal world where there wasn't a crisis of male violence against women, if women weren't being sexually harassed or objectified, then maybe it would be different. But the fact is...
You're taking me from a statue of Molly Malone to male violence.
Yeah, but we see this all the time. Things are a spectrum, but when you want to talk about the spectrum, you're seen as like...
You can't compare this without this. From a statue in Dublin to male violence? I don't think it's a leap, because even if we look at cases of male violence against women, it always starts with sexism. It's, you know, we have to stamp out sexist attitudes, the objectification of women, so that the bad people are called out and their attitudes aren't allowed to get worse and worse towards women.
What will be interesting, because they're going to do it for a week, they're going to have these security guards around the statue for a week, and then, interestingly, whether that will be enough for the rest of the Dubliners that are around and about to then sort of discourage tourists, because it's the tourists that are coming up and doing it, from thinking it is good luck to go and touch Molly Malone inappropriately.
And also, as a young woman, if you're walking down the street and you see a female statue, of which there are not many, and bear in mind nearly all male statues are warriors and writers, they are people who are celebrated for their historical contributions to society, and I know how I would feel as a young woman who had large breasts, who was feeling objectified, to then see a statue being objectified and groped, and it doesn't matter who is doing it. I think it says more about our own kind of attitudes towards objectifying women and maybe not taking them seriously for their historical achievements.
How long has the statue been there? 37 years ago it was erected.
Yeah.
Right,
so it'll be interesting to see, as you're saying, that any statues that are erected for female people of history or whoever now, what the difference they would look at.
You know how they say do not step on the grass? Can't we just have a sign, please do not touch the statue?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that seem to resolve everything?
Well, I mean, the security will be the physical sign initially, won't they? And they will set up that tone towards people not feeling like they can go and grope the statue inappropriately.
But, and obviously I'm not for groping. Of course I'm not.
No.
But just stroking, I think it's well-intentioned. If it's causing problems to the structure of the statue, it has to be stopped. Of course it does. But I think most of it is well-intentioned, is what I would say.
OK.
Let's move on to, are we too polite as a nation? Do we sometimes just apologise for nothing at all? A new study has revealed that Brits turn to polite phrases to hide our resentment, our frustration or irritation, or to avoid awkwardness.
Well, come on now, everybody. Come on, you viewers, and indeed all of us. How many times have you heard, sounds fun, I'll let you know, which I'm terribly guilty of, and I'll never have to say that again. Ooh, could I just squeeze past you? Is obviously, could you get out of the way? This one I love, with all due respect, which you know is saying you're talking utter nonsense.
Yeah.
But can I say of Ashley, I always enjoy discussing the news stories of the day with Ashley because she always has such interesting and unique views.
How polite.
Do you see what I've done there?
How very nice.
Are you good at sort of just telling people what you think, Ashley, or do you use politisms
I mean,
as well?
I'm very good with Nick.
Yes, we are.
But I do think as Brits we are great at the passive-aggressive politeness, and my favourite one that I do use if I'm getting annoyed is, as per my previous email.
That's down here.
And each key is punched out just to take out the frustration.
I also realised as a Brit I was way too polite when I found myself bumping into a lamppost and apologising to the lamppost.
But I think that's a knee-jerk reaction as well. Like, whenever you bump into someone, you say, oh, sorry, excuse me.
I don't mind being polite and finding a way
don't mind it
dealing
either.
with a subject that isn't too in your face.
They always say at airports, don't they, when a plane comes in from New York, you can tell who's from New York and who's from London, because the New Yorkers are just like that to get to the British. Sorry.
Off you go, yes, as you were. As you were.
Sorry.
Before you.
Yes, that's right.
What about now? I see, Nick, you've got your phone there.
Yes.
Ashley, did you
I'm
bring
in
your
trouble.
phone in
I've
with
always
you?
got
OK,
my
you
phone,
can't possibly leave it aside because you need it at all times.
Of course.
Do you take it to the toilet with you?
No, I've had to... No, I think that's absolutely gas. Some people use...
I know.
Really?
Ashley, do you take your phone to your toilet?
Yeah, I feel like it's optimum time to be on your phone.
You're also a mum, so
Optimal,
you're
yeah.
literally like, this is
I
my
feel
moment.
like it's like you're killing two birds with one stone.
If you worked at Wendy's in America,
allowed.
Yes.
you wouldn't be allowed. They've erected a sign in one of the toilets saying, please do not bring your phone to the toilet.
Yeah.
Is this
Here
for
you go.
staff
When using
or
the
for
bathroom, you
customers?
have to leave your phone with the manager. Now, this is a restaurant, of course, so they're dealing with food, so I wonder if there's some hygiene regards to it here.
Oh, that's a point.
But it's a
thought of that.
hygiene thing.
Yeah.
But what the staff members are saying is it's against their civil rights to be able... They should be allowed to use their phone if they go to the toilet.
Yes, one employee has posted, I feel very weird about this rule. I feel like it's an overstep of boundaries. Another says, all of my shift managers know this is dumb, but don't want to lose their job. Hygiene, actually. Somebody, because I don't take my phone to my loo. I'm just thinking, yes, actually...
I don't
You've
put
just
my
won
phone
me over.
in the loo.
No, I know, but you wash your hands afterwards, and if your phone's in the
No,
loo...
But you don't wash your phone. If you do you wash your phone after you wash your hands?
Do you
wash your phone after you wash your hands?
Not after washing my hands.
Professor Shepherd has
I'm
solved
not
it.
doing anything.
If you're scrolling, your hands are
No,
touching
that's
it,
right.
so the matter that's involved will be dropping on the phone. Your hand will be clean, then you pick your phone
How do you go
up.
to the loo? There's no matter flying around when I'm in the loo.
Yeah, but there's matter everywhere, unless you've disrupted the energy, of course.
Of course,
you need
and
Fingerling to
shaking some
disrupt
rice
them.
at it.
That's what I feel maybe they're getting at.
Or time.
Sorry,
maybe.
actually, I've spoken.
I was going to say I think this is a bit of an overstep because actually lots of people need to look at their phones for various reasons that we don't know. It might be to make sure their children are OK. They might be looking after elderly relatives to make sure they're OK. They might be expecting a delivery.
You might say, I'm on a really bad date, come and get me, come and save me.
No, but this is just for staff. It's not for customers.
I think it's just staff, isn't it?
So
I think it's employees.
I feel like this speaks to a kind of distrust of their staff, that the idea that they're probably just lazy and skiving on their phones. But actually, sometimes if you need to be on your phone, you're not going to be on your phone on the shop floor. So if you can just pop to the loo, do what you need to do, quickly make sure everything's all right at home.
Wendy's official policy bans phone use while on the clock. They couldn't be more definitive about that. I mean, if the burgers aren't being cooked on time or the fries or whatever, then no, the staff can't go off and send text messages. And then to your very apt hygienic point, no, you want to go large on it? Pardon? No,
Right off my lunch, that is.
I think that a friend of mine was using their phone in the toilet and then dropped it down the loo. That's when we all realised you really don't want to be using your phone in the toilet, because then you've got to rescue it.
Just those minutes you can put it by the door.
What do you guys do on the loo?
There's all sorts.
If you're not on your phone.
In and out.
Study statues of Dublin like clearly you do.
Thank you both.
for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.